What is up, everyone? Welcome to another video. Finally, here it is. I know a lot of you have been asking me masters in Australia versus masters in United States. So here it is in this video. That's exactly what we talk about. I've split this video into two parts because it was a long conversation. Also, if you're wondering why am I not uploading vlogs, because my MacBook has been crashing. If you follow me on Instagram, you already know all of these things. I've also mentioned in my last video. But good news is that MacBook is coming tomorrow. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Right now there's fires going on, so I don't know how the delivery will affect, and once it comes I can start editing my vlogs back. So please keep praying. In this video we have a very special guest. Her name is Chaitali. Chaitali is special because she's been part of Yudi squad community for a very long time. Initially she wanted to go she wanted to come to United States for her masters, but she did all of her research and then switched to masters in Australia, and that's why this video is very interesting, because she will have a different perspective that why did she decide to switch from United States to Australia, what does the process look like, how is it different, and all the fun stuff. Chaitali, if you're watching this, I know you're watching it, thank you so much for doing this. It means a lot to me and our Yudi squad community. I know we have to make a lot more videos. Last but not the least, I just want to genuinely thank you for all the love and support you guys been giving me. Every single comment means a lot to me, so please keep commenting. That motivates me to bring awesome content just like this one. And now I will let you enjoy the content. Thank you, Chaitali, for doing this. This means a lot to me and our UD squad community. I know you were following me since a very long time and you were planning for USA and then moved to Australia. But before we get to that, just let's do a quick intro for our audience who doesn't know you.
Yeah. So, hi everyone. My name is Chaitali and I am from Mumbai, Maharashtra. And currently, I am pursuing my Masters of Business Information System from Monash University here in Melbourne, Australia. And currently, this is my third semester. And talking about my past experience, I have experience of 2 years in Accenture, India, in technology called Oracle PeopleSoft. It is an ERP technology.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's it.
Nice, very nice. And so I wanted to jump right into it. Ki, why did you decided that? Because you were preparing for USA, I know, because we talked about it like way back 2 years back, and then you moved it to Australia. Why was that decision made, and like what made you choose Australia?
So first and main important reason for everyone is like no GRE.
Oh really? There's no GRE?
Yeah, there's no GRE.
I didn't know that. Okay, okay.
Yeah. So as I was working in Accenture and like preparing for GRE was like very difficult for me. And so first is no GRE. Second is obviously the expense is less compared to US for Australian university, and even cost of living is compared to less. And third thing is obviously less competition. US में तो like US is full of
अभी बढ़ जाएगा, इसके बाद बढ़ जाएगा. Now it's like चैताली ने बोल दिया अभी सब Australia.
And fourth important point is you can work here. So 40 hours fortnight you can work. You can do part-time jobs, and so you can easily manage your expense of rent, living, everything here. So
when you say work, as in on campus or off campus, या किधर भी?
किधर भी.
Okay.
You can work anywhere.
Sorry, I keep going back to Hindi because we've talked in Hindi in the beginning. So basically you can work anywhere in Australia. It doesn't have to be your university on campus.
Yeah.
But let's talk about like university selection. How do someone select Australian university, and or even before that, like what's the admission process? So maybe you can describe the whole thing together.
Yeah, for university selection, first thing will be city. Which city you want to go in. So there are Perth, Adelaide, Brisbane, Melbourne, and Sydney. These 5 cities are like very well known and popular based on like market and industries. So depending upon which like course, which stream you are going, so you need to check like which city is popular for that industry. Mostly Melbourne and Sydney are well known, and like IT hubs are there in Melbourne and Sydney. So, and again, then you have to compare that Sydney cost of living of Sydney is expensive compared to Melbourne. So also like exposure wise, and then climate wise, because Melbourne and Sydney are cold weather. There are 8 months of winter in Melbourne and Sydney, whereas in Perth, Adelaide, and Brisbane, it's like 4 to 5 months of winter.
Okay.
So you also check the weather condition. And there is it is called in Australia Group 8 and non-Group 8 universities. Group 8 universities are like top rank universities in Australia, and so you need to check if you really want to go in Group 8 universities or non-Group 8 universities. And there are many advantages and disadvantages of going in Group 8 universities versus non-Group 8 universities. Obviously, then the fees of Group 8 universities is much more high, which is Monash University is one of the Group 8 university. So the course structure of Group 8 universities is very demanding. You will get that quality of education from Group 8 universities. The professor are like highly qualified and talented. They have huge 30 years ka industry experience and everything. So that you have to decide.
Yeah. And is the admission criteria for Group 8 and non-Group 8, like how do they decide? Because you don't give GRE, so what's the decision factors for that?
So you just have to give TOEFL or IELTS English exam, and then depending upon the experience, if you have experience, mostly it is very easy, and they don't do like strict or hard checking. They like hardly give any rejection. So if it is like your profile is very worst, or you have diverse, like you're jumping from like mechanical to IT, I think then also you will get admission. So itna strict nahi hota hai.
Got it. And what city is your university in?
Melbourne.
Okay. So you did decide to go in Melbourne, and eight months
Group
winter.
8. Yeah.
Group 8 and 8 months winter. Got it. Yeah. Okay. So the basic criteria is someone wants to go to Australia to study is give IELTS, and then what's the process? Like how do I submit my application, and how, like, once I selected the university, that these are, you said 5 cities, I went through the 5 cities, I picked 10 colleges, and then what do we do next?
Yeah. So after you have decided which university you want to go, I will suggest you can finalize 3 to 5 universities which you wish to apply, and then check their deadline, entry criteria, tuition fees, and ranking, and obviously the course structure. Then you can prepare for English proficiency test, that is IELTS, TOEFL, and PT are allowed. After that, you need to apply for the course. So for applying, the documents required will be normal Aadhaar card, PAN card, passport, your academic mark sheet.
Just normal admission documents. Got it.
And mostly non-Group 8 university don't have any applications fees, whereas only Group 8 universities have like nearly 5,000 rupees application fee. That's it.
Okay.
And so once you have submitted all your document along with your English test marks to the universities, you will receive an offer letter from them, which is unconditional offer letter. So in that unconditional offer letter, they will mention your semester fees and everything, the details.
Okay. Right.
So after that, this is just an unconditional offer letter. Okay. So after that, you need to pay 1 semester fee immediately.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
And then you will get confirmation of enrollment, so that you are now enrolled in that universities.
And is that fees refundable, or like once you pay it and you decided like, nay, I don't want to go anymore, do you get the money back, or they just take it?
I think that is refundable.
Okay. Yeah. But obviously check with your universities.
Yeah, obviously check, because it may differ from university to university.
Got it.
So once you receive unconditional offer letter, once you receive confirmation of, and after you pay a fee, you will receive confirmation of enrollment that you are confirmed. Then you have to do medical checkup, health insurance. All these steps are like sequential, and after everything is done, you need to apply for visa.
Okay. So before we go to visa process, once you said like just the exam and the normal documents and is there like a statement of purpose or letter of recommendation?
No.
Nothing?
No.
Yeah, sahi. I mean, it's so nice. It's so easy. So how many Indian students are in your college, or like your batch?
40%.
40%, okay.
Yeah.
So okay, so still, I mean, it's still not bad. Like I think in United States, it's maybe 75-80% of master students, and 20% is like some other country or American. So
40 to 50, I would say. Yeah, 40 to 50.
okay, okay. And is there any according to your recommendation, which all universities did you apply to? Or like is there anything which you would recommend that these are the top five you should definitely apply if you're going for BIS or MIS program?
As I said, it all depends on city,
Okay,
and there are many universities like Breakin University, RMIT University, Monash University in Melbourne, and
okay,
in Sydney you will go University of Technology Sydney, then UNSW. So there are many highly ranking university. You can like depending upon your course structure, which course you like, you can choose that.
okay, okay. Got it. Okay. And you already mentioned the five cities which are kind of popular or in demand, like according to job market. What's the visa process? Admission ho gaya, everything is done. Is it like you go? How
Yeah.
to apply for visa? Yeah.
So I applied my visa from consultant. So basically, they don't charge you anything. They have tie up from universities. So you have for documents which you need will be your photo, passport size photo, health insurance, and for visa application you need SOP here. You don't need SOP for applying to universities. You need SOP to show the government why do you want to come to Australia. What is your motive? Why do you want to study in that particular university? Why do you want to choose that course? So you need to convince Australian government and write SOP in that format.
Okay. And do you submit this during the application time
Yeah,
or?
yeah,
Okay.
during visa application. So basically, your consultant will prepare your file full of all visa document and your health insurance, and that's it. What you need for
Okay.
visa, and she immediately will file your visa. And it is said that some people also receive visa in within 1 minute, like immediately she applied.
What? So
Yeah,
there's no interview.
there's no interview.
Oh my God, this is getting better. I should have gone to Australia.
Yes.
Okay.
So
I
average
think we are
time.
going to increase the education system prices for Australia. Australian government, if you're watching this, please sponsor me. But okay, so this is awesome. You apply online, and most likely, have you seen rejection? And if it is, do you know why people get rejected?
So maybe some bank statement or loan problem like that only.
Yeah,
Not
and so typically, how long did your visa took to get it
it's like
approved?
1 minute to 3 weeks. That
Okay,
within a month maximum.
yeah. And let's say once your visa did get approved, like, do you have to go for stamping? How does your visa get that stamp on your passport?
Yeah, you get visa in your mail, and that is a one PDF. That's it. You don't have to go to stamp.
This is awesome. Matlab, there's no
Where do
stamp.
you go for stamp? What stamp? No stamp.
No, no stamp. So in US, at least for US visa, I know that. So you go to embassy for interview, and when you go, if your visa is approved, they take your passport, and then they call you after 2 days or maybe a week or so that collect your passport, and there's like one of the page has the visa printed on one of the page on your passport. So that's what I thought may be similar for Australian passport, but I guess there's nothing like that. So they just send you like an email saying that, hey, your congratulations, your visa is approved, and you just take
Yeah.
that. And okay. So maybe is it on the airport or no? Not even an airport. Like you took your flight, you booked your flight, you went to Australia on the arrival. Does anybody stamp anything or no?
No.
Oh my God. Okay, this
It's
is
obviously on passport, but not on
हाँ
visa.
अरे visa मतलब I meant like on
Pass.
passport. Yeah, not that stamp, but like there is a picture or something. I guess there's nothing. That's probably why you.
I can show you my visa.
No, I don't want you to show me your visa. I think that's fine. Okay,
Okay.
so that's okay. So that's simple. So Yeah, it's good. So let's say your visa got approved, you got
Mm-hmm.
it done. Do you start preparing? How what's the timeline? Like when do you apply for it, and how many months before you apply before your college starts?
So it depends. Like most people keep for till the last moment, but I did it before, and I had good like 2-3 months of time so that I can find my house and accommodation search and job search and all of that. So I like there were 3 months between my visa and flight time.
Okay.
So I
And is it the same like fall semester, spring semester, or is it different?
yeah like not for there are two intakes, February intake and July intake.
Okay.
So we don't call it fall or
Sorry, I'm just trying to relate it
yeah
to US
yeah
education because that's what I've done. So,
yeah
okay, so July intake or February intake. So you went for July?
yes.
Okay. And so 3 months back. So once you got it approved, how did you find home? Like, how do people find home in Australia?
So mostly by applications. There are Gumtree where you can Gumtree application, or you have Facebook Marketplace, or you have WhatsApp group, or you have universities groups, and also. So mostly what people do is come here, book an Airbnb for a few days, and then start searching for a house. But what I did was I was in one WhatsApp group for Monash University. Then like people ship from here
Yeah.
and there, and they post the ads in the groups like there are rooms if you want to join. So there was a like 8 girls accommodation, and they had address that, hey, 2 girls are moving, if you want to live in our accommodation, you're welcome. Then I contacted them, and from India only I have booked my accommodation, and it was very easy that I came here, and I was like everything was prepared.
8 girls sounds like a big boss house to me.
Yeah, seriously, it was.
I hope your roommates are not watching it.
No, but because of them, I got to know everything. Because all of the student came here, then they were looking for house. It was very difficult for them,
Hmm.
like house hunting and all. It's
Right,
struggle.
right. And then you booked your apartment, and then I guess you probably found the roommate just through the same process where WhatsApp, Facebook, and all of that.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so you came here to Australia. You took your flight. Everything is here. You landed. What was your mindset? Like, what did you prepare for it? Like, were you ready? Did you get any culture shock? Ki Australia is different or no?
Firstly, it was very cold. It took
Okay.
me like I was 2 days. I was only in my blanket.
Yeah.
Yeah, the transportation system, I was very shocked. It was like on time, everything was so perfect. The city is very clean, there is no dust, there is no waste or rubbish lying in the street, or everything is very green, and the air is so pure, and you can literally breathe like pure oxygen and pure
Yeah.
air.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very beautiful.
How
Like
are the people like when you landed in the on the airport and when you were like walking or waiting for your traveling to your apartment? How are people in Australia in general?
very very welcoming, very welcoming. They will even you like pass or you go to any shop, they will always ask you like how was your day, how are you.
Yeah,
The Aussie culture is very like warm and welcoming,
nice.
but it's
Did you ever face any racism or have you heard of people
no,
facing racism? No.
no,
Okay.
because Australia is full of migrants, so there are varieties of like people all around from all around the world,
Right.
so it's not that.
Yeah. What's the cost of living for a month? Like if a student cost of living, that includes your rent, your utilities, your electricity, food, and everything.
That also varies from city to city. As I told, like Sydney is very expensive compared to Melbourne. And if I say about Melbourne, it again depends from what kind of accommodation you are living. Are you living in sharing apartment, or you want a private room? Again, so still I will say approximately it is 800 to $1,000. So
Australian dollar. And that $1,000, is it with sharing or without sharing? Like on an average, you are saying the whole
yeah,
expenses.
It can be, again, depend on area. If you are living in suburb, then you can easily get a private room in $1,000. But if you are living in city, then sharing, you will manage sharing.
Okay.